Creston's Paige Davis and Braylon Baker headed to the state cross-country meet after a strong showing here at Winterset. Ladies, you guys get to run at least one more meet this year. What does that mean?
I'm really excited because now I'm a 3-time state qualifier.
And I'm really excited because I get to go up there again and run with Paige.
Talk about your guys' race. There's a lot of really good runners here. DCG is loaded. Glenwood is loaded. Winterset's got some nice runners as well, but you guys cracked the top 10. Just what does that mean?
It's a pretty packed meet right now, but we knew what we had to do, and our goal is just to qualify.
Yeah, I agree.
Talk about this course. So what were some of the things that were kind of challenging on it? What were some of the things you felt like you attacked really well on the course?
I think I did really well on the hills. I passed a lot of people, mostly going uphill.
Yeah, my goal, I felt like I did really well with just running my race and just staying with the competition.
What does it mean for both of you, knowing that you're going to run up there, but you're going to have a teammate with you? So, you're not going up there as the lone one.
I'm really excited to do it with Braylon again.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's not fun to run alone, so it's always fun to have people with you.
What kind of goals do you guys have when you get up there next week?
Be as close as I can to Braylon, now that I've cut the gap a little bit.
Yeah, and my goal is to medal again. So.
Lennox Taylor McCready headed back to the state cross-country meet after a strong showing at the qualifier here in Winterset. Taylor, a lot of really good competition. You cracked the top 5. Just what's it mean to go back to Fort Dodge?
Oh, it means so much, especially with everything that happened over the past year. Getting a stress fracture last fall, and then the stress fractures came back this spring, and I fractured both tibias. And I had to take 12 weeks, so I missed 12 weeks to my spring, summer training. And it just, I don't even know what to say. I'm just so happy that I get to go back, get another shot at Fort Dodge, and it makes all the work I put in this past year so worth it.
Talk about this race. A lot of really good runners. Dallas Center Grimes is loaded with talent. What did you feel like you did well?
I knew there was going to be a lot of competition here, so I just wanted to make sure I went out. Tried to stay with that the first couple runners. I knew the ADM girl was going to go out hard, so I made sure I stayed not quite with her, but in the pack behind her. Tried to stay with the 2 DCG girls and Braylon, because I know all of them are amazing runners, and that's where I wanted to be up by. So I just pushed my legs to the point where I knew I wanted to stay with them.
You had a great showing at the state meet 2 years ago, medaling, I can't remember, 6 or something like that. I know last year it didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Do you enter the meet maybe kind of feeling a little bit fired up and motivated from the way last year went?
Yeah, definitely. Just coming here and feeling like my old self, first time since sophomore year, it gives me a lot of motivation and positivity going into the state meet.
What would be an ideal race for you next week?
So I'm hoping to go top 20, top 15, hopefully. We'll see how that goes, but I just want to go and focus and have fun. It's my last state meet, so I'm going to go in and focus and have fun.
Atlantic's Craig Allen, Becker, and Zaneberg are headed to the state meet after strong showings here in Winterset today. Gentlemen, just your thoughts knowing you get to run at least one more race this year?
Yeah, it's just a blessing, especially with everything that's gone on. Just really thankful that we've been able to make it through this whole season so far.
I'm super excited. I didn't think I individually qualified this season, and I went out there and got 10th. I can't be happier.
What do you feel it was that helped you run as good as you did today? As you said, you maybe didn't think that you could, but you did. Why was it?
Drew Angler, my teammate, really pushed me there in the beginning. He kind of faded off a little bit, but he kept me going a lot. And then getting Andrew Smith in that final stretch was just crazy. I loved it.
Craig, talk a little bit about your season and your race. There's a lot of really good runners here.
Yeah, it was really good just to run with Jacob, Aiden, and Nate. For me personally, I wish the race went better. Jacob just kind of nipped me there at the very end. That's something I can work on, just get a bit more speed work. But, like Zane said, I'm really proud of just our team. Looks like we did really good today. I don't know if we qualified or not, but I think overall as a team this season, it's just been really good to just hang out with these guys, just push each other each and every day, and just get to spend time with them.
How do you guys try to attack this next week going into the meet that's on Friday this year? And then what are your goals when you get there?
Yeah, I think for me personally, my goal is top 10, and I think that's achievable. Just got to believe in myself, just do my best, I got to do the rest. Sage?
I ran a 17:55 last year. I'm hoping to improve by about 45 seconds and maybe make sub 17 as I did here.
Glenwood's Andrew Smith, a state qualifier here after a strong showing at Winterset. Andrew, your freshman year and you're going to get a run at the state meet. What does that mean?
Feels great. I didn't think I would be here at the start of the year. I wasn't even the #1 freshman on our team at the start of the year. Liam Hayes, he was ahead of me all year. But
talk about this race. There's a lot of really good runners, a lot of really veteran runners, guys like Nate Moeller, Craig Allen as well. What do you feel like you did really well to crack the top 15?
I felt like I got out to a really good start. Stayed with Craig Allen Becker for the first mile. Then I let him go because I knew I wasn't going to be able to keep that pace.
Talk about maybe the last mile or so of the race. You maybe don't know exactly where you're at position-wise, but you probably got to be feeling pretty good. What's going through your mind as you know the race is coming to an end?
Yeah, I knew I was top 15, so I knew I had to stay right there with those runners. I tried to get a little closer to the 5th runner, but couldn't quite catch him.
What's this freshman year been like for you? You mentioned you didn't think you were going to be the #1 runner. You've kind of emerged into that role. It's had to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's been great. The team's been great. We won conference last week. Been strong all year. We have not been 100% all year, though.
What do you expect it to be like when you run at Fort Dodge next week, and what kind of goals do you have when you get there?
It'll be a tight race, lots of runners. I'm hoping to get top 30.
Glenwood's Lauren Hughes headed to the state meet. Strong showing here today. Lauren, what does it mean to you knowing you're going to run at Fort Dodge next week?
I just think it's really exciting that we could go to state and it'll be my first time. So, yeah, that's just really exciting to me.
Talk about your race. What do you feel like you did really well that allowed you to crack the top 15?
I think that I ran a smart race and I kicked at the end when I needed to. Usually I save my kick for the very last, but I really kicked a lot sooner than normal. And yeah, I think that helped, yeah.
You and Emma ran together throughout most of the race. You guys are going to states as a team as well. What does that mean to run with Emma and get to go to state with her?
It just makes me really happy because it's her last year and my first, so we get that 1 year to run together and yeah, it's just exciting.
What's this team been like this year? You guys had a strong showing at the Hawkeye 10. You've been highly ranked all year. It's had to be a ton of fun.
Oh, the team, we're so close and just, it means so much to have a team like them that you can always rely on them and just, they're so helpful with everything and determined. So yeah.
When you get to Fort Dodge next week, what do you anticipate it to be like running there? What kind of goals do you have in mind?
I honestly don't know. I wasn't really expecting this. So I'm just gonna go out and do what I did tonight, just do my best. Yeah.
Glenwood's Emma Hughes, state qualifier, finishes 7th of the 3A meet, state qualifying meet here in Winterset. Emma, there's a lot of really good runners, tough competition, but you're headed to Fort Dodge. Just your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a very, very tough race. I mean, pretty sure my fastest first mile I've ran all season, 5:50 something, so definitely got out fast, and I think even there I was in about 14th or 15th, I don't know, so that was fast first mile, and it's pretty much just holding on. I mean, my teammates ran great. I think we had 4 qualify. I mean, the only freshman on the team got 9th, and it's my sister, so very exciting for the team.
Talk about this course. Is this one you're familiar with at all? What type of challenges did it present?
No, actually, none of us have ever been here, ever seen it. We spent all week kind of reaching out to people who have lived here or been here before, and we were told it was a fairly flat course. We got here early and walked it to try to get familiar with it before we started. So,
do you feel like you're running some of your best right now, coming off a strong showing at Hawkeye 10, strong showing here against good competition as well?
Yeah. Overall, I'm just thankful to be running. I mean, I spent all season swimming, barely any running all season, so to be here and to qualify is a pretty cool experience. So.
Looking ahead to next week at Fort Dodge, how do you try to attack it?
But definitely the goal is always to try to get top 15, and as a team I think we've got big goals going into this, and everyone has ran the state course. Everyone's ran the state course except one freshman, so a lot more experience than last year.